Okay, we're going to do this though. Let's make sure we get all of this done right. Definitely not that way. Sorry, folks, we're still sort of setting up, but there's nobody here yet, so. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Yeah, kind of entertaining to see this bit right here. Didn't think this was gonna happen here for quite a while, so. Anyways, let me go grab something to drink really quickly, and then I shall return. Hello, what's up, Zaga the Animator? What's up? I apologize. I had to go get myself something to drink. It has been a long day, and I have blisters all over my hands. So I had to go get myself some water, had to get myself something to cool down. So, that being said, I thought I would show this off. So that's okay. I had to shovel a driveway today, and definitely this is not the worst I've done. I've been, trust me. There have been times where I've had blisters on my hands, my feet, my head, my elbows. Believe it or not, there have been way worse times. So this is honestly quite a breath of fresh air. And really quickly, the first of the brand new studio series to go on clearance, people. You clearly are looking at this correctly. This says $35. I bought this at Walmart. I genuinely bought it at Walmart. And you can even clearly see it says was $54. I bought it at Walmart. And here's the cool part. The dude didn't even get to put it on the shelf yet. I saw this thing on his cart and he had just stuck the sticker on it and said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw this on the rack. Do you want it?" I'm like, yeah, I want that. Give me that. Give me that. It's coming with me. I literally took it right to the counter, and then I immediately paid for it. I just paid $37, basically Voyager class price, for a leader class figure that if I was to buy on the secondhand market prior to this re-release, I was probably going to be paying somewhere close to like 150 to 200. So yeah, this is quite a nice little bit of breath of fresh air to see this. So, that being said, let's unbox this bitch. I didn't get to unbox it several years ago when the figure first got announced. So, yeah. But it should come with wheelie, brains, and a paratrooper. So, hoping everything's still here. So, at least everything in the box is here. I'm hoping everything is. So, like I said, a brand spanking new. I paid for this. So, where's, I don't see wheelie and brains. Where are they? Yeah. Where are they? That's not good, because this wasn't opened when I got to them. Oh, you know what? If I'm not mistaken... Yeah, well, they're not in there, that's for sure. They definitely aren't here. So, I guess mine didn't come with a brains and wheelie? Yeah, I know there's supposed to be, but I don't see one in here. You know what? Maybe that's why it was on clearance. And even if so, I don't need brains and wheelie in order to have this. So, you know, I can't complain. I still paid Voyager class prices for a leader class figure. So, you're gonna... There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's just put that in there. Oh, my apologies, folks. Didn't mean to do that. There's that. Yeah, like, I don't see wheelie or brains, so not real too thrilled about that. Not as in I'm upset entirely to own this thing, but at the same time, It wasn't opened, so, I mean, that's just a little annoying. So, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are these things tiny? How tiny are these things? Maybe this is Brains and Wheelie. If it is, these things are oh, that is. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, folks. I did not mean to lie to you. I did not know how tiny these things were. So, here's Brains. Yeah, he tiny. I didn't realize how tiny. And then Wheelie gonna pop out here. Hey SpongeBob, you gonna pop your head out of the plastic? And for those of you who do not know why I'm saying SpongeBob, you guys really need to go check your voice actors. So, yeah, I think this is Wheelie. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me he's broken already. Why do Hasbro make these things so annoying? This is frustrating. Okay. Wow, they're tiny. Holy cow. Yeah, these are dude, these are smaller than the freaking Igor that came with Megatron. Here's Wheelie for comparison. Like, seriously. So you know what I think is kind of funny about this? They packaged the two Autobots, or at least one of the two of the Autobots, who were Decepticons, and said we don't want to work for them, and they decided to leave, and then they packaged them with Shockwave. That's what I find funny about this. But dang, these guys are really tiny. I genuinely thought these guys were a little bigger. So, what's up, Claudio Diaz? What's up? What's up? Alright, I'm going to move those two tiny little dudes off to the side, and then they're going to go live inside the drawer of accessories where things will never reappear again. It's kind of cool they added an orange flare to this. It's kind of neat. So, that'll get to go there. Here's the paratrooper, which I'll have to find something to do for this dude. But yeah, here's the army paratrooper. So yeah, it's a little weird, but then again, I've seen weirder. All right, now let's get this hose out of here. All right, do that, and then this piece right here will probably be featured in the next burning episode that we do. For those of you who do not know, in order to reduce certain costs of things, I tend to burn my boxes. Does the parachute work? I'm gonna assume no. I mean, we can definitely do a quick test if you really want to know. I mean, that really hurt moving the boxes around, but I mean, I can, like, here. We'll just do this. No, it does not work. So let's just get all of this stuff out of the way here. Just put that all over there. Do that. Get this out of the way. Do that. All right, let's fiddle with Shockwave. So let's move that out of the way there. Let's get this out of the way. Let's stand up Soundwave one more time. Alrighty, so if I remember things correctly about this mold, which I think I do, probably, maybe, I don't know 100%, but oh my gosh, it feels so good to have an official Studio Series Shockwave in hand. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to have an official one. For those of you who do not know, I had the original Byway version, which honestly wasn't a bad figure, to which if you guys did get that figure, seriously, don't lose it. It's a good figure. It definitely is a little bit more vibrant than this, but I gotta say, if you did get that, if you didn't get that figure, and this figure is on clearance in your local area, I mean, give it a crack. I mean, seriously, it's not the worst thing that could be done. Okay, that's got to go back here. That one's got to go there. And this one's got to go right in. Nope. We'll pull out. We're going to do that to this one. Come on. Okay, come on. There we go. That was annoying. Anyways, so there we go. There we have Shockwave. However, very pleased to have this guy. Super duper pleased. So, because now I have a almost full ranged cast of certain figures for that movie. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. Now here comes the fun part. How do I see if I remember how to transform the Byway version, which was a slightly upscaled version of this guy, who actually was taller than him, which kind of concerned me. So here, let me move Thundercracker into the background here. So there we go. But yeah, so this, however, is 100% rubber. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the first one not all rubber? Wasn't the first one like a thick piece of plastic? If somebody who actually had it, can someone please tell me down in the comments below? I did not know. See you later there. See you later there, Zaga. See you later. Come back if you can. You don't have to if you don't want to, but come back if you can. So, alrighty, let's attempt this nightmare of a transformation again, because it's been a fat minute. So, if I remember things correctly, had to pop the shoulders back out, like so. Pop that back out. Oh, there's more. I didn't notice these little rubber bands just sitting right here on the back. So, yeah. Did not know that was sitting there. So, there we go. Let's move that out of the way. Oh, goodness. It was about to rip off his head. It still was about to rip off his head again. There we go. Jeez. Now, remove the cuticle cutters. Alright, so then pull this back on a double hinge, and then the backpack opens back up. Yeah, I remember how this is supposed to go. Vaguely. Vaguely. Alright, so that's got to go there. Feet's got to get straightened out. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that was supposed to open up. Ouch. Problems with having blisters on your hands doing this. So, and because I am a somewhat of a professional, I don't use gloves. So, yeah. Alright, so now, yeah, I remember this. So this has to roll up like this. This goes like so. And tabs into this bit here. And this one does the same thing. That one tabs into that bit right there. These all fall back into place, just like so. That's supposed to go there. And then this is supposed to fold all the way back. Peg right back into his ass. Hold the phone here. Let me just... There we go. That's supposed to go there. And this is supposed to go in here. And this is supposed to peg into here. And then this is supposed to go like this, yes. And then this is supposed to go down right in here. I mean, as best you can with that rubber ass hand. So, alright, there's that. And then this clips into the shoulders like so. Yeah. And then this is supposed to... I don't know why this decided to do that, but... Okay, let's try putting this back into its spot real quick. Okay, we do that. And that goes like so, yes. And then this piece goes right there. Hooray! Exactly how you do. So, yeah. Now, I gotta say, for on record, I do believe these are the tiniest Autobots in the Studio Series line that have ever been produced. So I don't know that they really are gonna need any more figures. Although I really was bummed that the core class line didn't even bother. They didn't even bother to give these two little dudes characters in the core class range, and it pisses me off about that because these two could have been such amazing core classes. Like seriously, they wasted their potential on them before they even got the chance to use them. So that's what frustrates me the most about these two little dudes. Because, I mean, seriously, we could have had a brains that turned into a freaking HP laptop and or an Acer Aspire laptop. So I gotta say that frustrates me. Because, like, seriously, this could have easily been one of the coolest little things that they could have done. But knowing Hasbro, they have to squander it. It's them. So, but yep. Real quickly, we'll take a look at at the parachutist, who is completely made out of rubber plastic, just not even properly done. They did though bother to paint his face, so they did listen to us on when we say we want more paint. They definitely painted his face. Okay, let me just, yeah, that little bit underneath the mask, that's painted. So. But now this is probably going to, I might just have to have a spot for this dude to live like here somehow. Like just have like I might just get a thumbtack and we'll just have him just sitting there for the rest of the show. I'm gonna do that. Give me just a second here. I'm gonna go grab a thumbtack. That's funny. Alright, it's not a thumbtack, but it's close enough. So, take this, poke it through here. There we go. Now he's hanging there for the rest of the show. Actually, he's probably going to be hanging there for the rest of the entire year. So, yeah. Anyways, so glad to finally have one of these dudes. You guys have no idea how long I've been waiting for this re-release. This particular re-release, when they said, oh yeah, we're announcing that we are going to re-release the Studio Series Shockwave. When they announced that back in like the middle of like 2024, actually not even 2024, 2023, and they were like, hey, you remember that Shockwave? We're going to re-release that. So get your wallets ready, folks. So then the next year, when we were expecting it, they didn't do it. They just... I have dust mites all over my stinking desk. It frustrates the crap out of me. But anyways, no, this is quite the thing. And as you can totally see, clearance sticker. I paid not even $40 for this. So I'm not complaining on any of this. So, anyways, that being said, if you live in the United States, I would highly recommend that you go check out your Walmarts. You never know what could be on clearance. You definitely never know. So, but anyways, let me see, what do we got going on here? Hey, what's going on, Spidey Edits? How you doing? How you doing? So, how you doing? So, I definitely can tell you, I am, yeah, I got this is Shockwave, and you want to know, and you want to see something that happened at the beginning of the live stream that you really did that you didn't see. Here's what gets cooler. Yeah, this guy was on clearance, so I couldn't say no to Shockwave. So, yeah. So I'm just saying, folks, if you have a Walmart in your area, go check it out. I mean, it could be well worth your time. So, that being said, I do want to show this off real quickly. For those of you who are Pokemon nerds, come and stick around. Alrighty. So, for those Pokemon nerds out there, yeah, I got that one. Thank you very much, Spidey Edits. But anyways, for anybody who are Pokemon fans, have y'all seen this movie? I hope this movie would inspire everybody to enjoy it. However, I got something special to show you guys about this. I literally went to a thrift store. I used to be a big Pokemon nerd. Well, here I got something cool to show you. But real quickly, I went into a thrift store, paid 75 cents for this, and this is what was inside. And this is a real thing. I'm not even joking. I genuinely have a screening copy of Pokemon 3 the movie, and it literally says Pokemon 3 promo, tape 6. I do believe there were only 4 or 5 of these that existed. However, this one's mine. So, I don't know where the rest of these tapes go from or how much they range to. However, it is for sale if anybody's interested. So, but no, like I seriously went in, paid 75 cents for this thing, and I walked out, got into my car, popped it open, looked at the case, and I was like, "Okay, all right, I definitely want this." And then I popped it open and screening copy only, and it says on the tape, for trade use only, not for sale, rental, or public exhibition. So, I'm just saying, the screen tapes, I don't know what they used to go for, but the screening tape, I have one of the 4 copies that are known to exist. Well, 5 now, I guess you could say. So, but anyways, yeah, that's how it's going on here at the Thomas Fan 01 Studios deal. So. So, yeah. Anyways, if anybody decides to comment, you will get shouted out at the end of the stream this evening. So, yeah. About a good 10 or so minutes if anybody's interested. So, y'all want to get your comments in? We will start answering questions at this time if you guys want to. Ask away any random question you feel. So, yeah. So yeah, just comment away if you feel like doing so. Cause pretty soon here, once we end the stream here in a little bit, I haven't figured out when we're gonna do so. You know, if people keep showing up, and we keep having this stuff, like this is how do I feel about prices? I feel like Hasbro knew what they were doing all along, and they just decided to screw with us and basically screwed everybody out of a lot of money. And then said, oh, yeah, those pre order prices and the pre order dates, we're going to push those back for everyone. So now the people who had their pre orders since before all of the bullshit that they decided to pull, They then are like, oh, well, we're just going to make money off of this, and you guys can't do a dang thing about it. So, see you later. And not to mention your pre-orders and all of the stuff that you want towards the end of it is we're going to make you wait towards till the end of the year for all of that cool stuff. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, yeah, that's getting. Hold on here. Hold on here. Like, yeah, no, it got annoying, dude. Like, I'm not even joking. It got so bad for me to like seriously just have to deal with this crap, and or maybe not even me having to deal with it, but like I made a video. You guys can definitely go check it out. It's on the channel. I made a video called I mean, it's smart but dumb. Yeah, take note from a business standpoint. What they did was absolutely smart. It was absolutely smart from a business standpoint. But it was really, really, really frustrating. Yeah, not to mention it was frustrating for us there, Spidey. Attitude. You right on that. You definitely right on that. But what frustrated me the most about it was the fact that they didn't even apologize. They didn't even apologize. They literally just shut down their store for like an entire weekend right before Memorial Day. Yo, what's up, Corey Tucker? How you doing? How you doing? What's up? How you doing? Hello. But we're kind of ranting and raving about the prices going on here and all of that. But basically, what frustrated me about that was that Hasbro said something like, "Oh yeah, get your stuff before our tariff prices are going up," and then as soon as that happened, they shut down their store. And then they were like, okay, nobody can buy pre orders. And then the people who found ways around ordering pre orders, they got their shit pushed back so far. It was ridiculous how far back everything got pushed. So, I mean, I'm doing good. I've decided to get the new aerial bots. I've gotten one of the aerial bots. I just don't care for all of them. The only combiner I'm getting this year is Studio Series 86 Devastator. So, yeah. But the cool bit about this, Corey Tucker, is that this Shockwave was only $35 at Walmart. So, yeah. But the thing that frustrated collectors was that Hasbro didn't even apologize. There was no apologies whatsoever from them. They literally were just like, "Oh, sorry, you bought into all of the crap that we didn't know was going to happen. Oh, well, too bad. We're going to push all of your pre-orders back and you're not going to get to see any of that until at least late 2025, maybe early 2026." Because if you guys have noticed, pre-orders for a lot of brand new figures that have just been announced have not even gone up for sale yet. Like that Studio Series 86 Megatron hasn't gone up for sale yet. Widowmaker hasn't gone on sale yet. We haven't even seen Mixmaster and Scavenger show up, or not even show up, or we haven't even seen them in their packaging yet. So yeah, I do have Slingshot and Air Raid, but I have to wait till August for Silver Bolt. Yep, that's going to be kind of the deal with waiting for a lot of the combiner stuff that's going on this year. But I do have some good news. And it's in the form of Age of the Primes Wave 2. So if you were able to get all of your Studio Series stuff like early on, like a couple months ago, up to about maybe between March and May, if you were able to get all of your Age of the Prime stuff, congratulations. You guys don't have to really worry about all of that. And if you got all of your Studio Series stuff, once again, congratulations to you on that. Because you now don't have to go and wait for a lot of stuff or now you have to wait for a lot of stuff. And everybody else can get their stuff. However, if you're smart about this, there's ways to get your stuff early. Hold on. Have you seen the pics on Starscream? Yes, I've seen the pics on Studio Series Transformers 1 Starscream. I've seen that one. Personally, I'm more excited for the Studio Series 86 stuff that's coming out and a few of the Age of the Prime things that are coming out. That being said, did you guys hear about the Age of the Prime subline that got cut? Apparently, there was a subline for Age of the Primes that was supposedly going to like feature every Cybertron character that they possibly could get a hold of. And when it came time for Walmart to renew their contracts for their sublines, they declined it. It was supposed to be the Cybertron Capsule series. Not Capsule Transformers, Capsule Series. Apparently, for Wave 1 in the Capsule series that they were looking into, they were going to do a couple of, they were going to do a couple of, they were going to do a more updated version of Cybertron Vector Prime. They had a Starscream, they had not Starscream, Thundercracker planned as well. So I'm thinking of not getting the 86 Devastator because I do have the Combiner Wars one. I'm going to tell you right now, the 86 combiners for 86 Devastator, I'm going to tell you right now, it blows the Combiner Wars figures out of the water, okay? Especially Bone Crusher. Now, let me be very clear. Bone Crusher is a brand new mold for that. Scrapper, he was basically just... He's basically just the Combiner Wars version with a few extra posable limb joints. So, like that's pretty much the whole deal with the Studio Series 86 Scrapper. I mean, I haven't gotten one of the Age of the Prime. I'm going to tell you right now, there's only really a handful of them that you really want to collect, and I'm going to tell you right now, the Primes are 100% worth it. 100%. Solus Prime, Prima Prime, and Megatronus Prime, the three that have been released so far, are literally perfect. Y'all have seen that meme of down to the last minute detail. That's about what those ones are. They let their designers and their engineering team cook on those ones. So much so to a point where Megatronus Prime, I don't think that figure can be topped. In fact, I think they might have to re-release that figure at some point. So, I mean, I won't be surprised if that's the case. What about the Blue Grimlock? G2 Grimlock and Wildman Wheelie, I'm not going to get that unless it absolutely does go on clearance. And when I say clearance, I mean it's going to have to go on like $25 clearance, because I've already got all the G1 Dinobots, and I really did not care for the Generation 2 Dinobots. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you love the Generation 2 Dinobots, by all means, go for it. I mean, your taste is your own privy. But I personally did not care for the G2 Dinobots. So, that's just me personally. Let me see, what do we got next? RIP. Yeah, RIP. I don't really care for those, because take note, if I've already got the G1 Dinobots, then what do I need the G2 ones for? Like, seriously, if I've got the G1 Dinobots, I've already got a version of the mold that I like, in the colors that I already love, from a movie that I absolutely adored. So I can't really say that I really want the G2 Dinobots, because the G2 Dinobots are from a comic book series that I never read, different character descriptions of said Dinobots, and on top of it, the color scheme is not exactly what I would call a robot, if you want to throw that into the mix. And that's only for Generation 2. But then again, that's my personal take on that. That's my hot take on that. You guys can totally love it if you want to. You guys can literally feel free to buy whatever you please. I'm just not a big fan of the G2 Dinobots. So, yeah. All right, let's lower this camera down a bit here. Y'all want a blast from the past? Here's a quick one. Oh, might have to start doing these segments on my channel here soon. I don't know. But here's a blast from the past. Y'all might recognize this beast of burden here. This is the Transformers Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime, and this is the actual Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime, the leader class, not the Studio Series version. Not that cheap little tiny thing you tried to pass off as a leader class Prime. So everything still works on him. So just a little dusty on just a little dusty around the edges. Yeah, there's actually a little extra details on this guy. There is one spot right here. Hold on here. Let me see if I can do this this properly, I can. Give me just a second here. Need to move that. Right. Yo, what's up, Sarah Chang? How you doing? This is not a giveaway, and no, you cannot have one just by asking. However, you can definitely earn a shout out at the end of the video because that's how things. So there's a little thingy in his shoulder that you do that, it activates that, and it says this. What has happened to the Allspark? Good to see you alive, Optimus. And then you do that, and there we go. So that's one of the cool things that they did with this one. So, yep, this is definitely not a giveaway. This is an unboxing, sweetheart. This is nowhere near a giveaway. Last time I tried to do a giveaway, nobody gave a shit for it. So I'm not going to care for giveaways right now. In fact, that might have been the last giveaway I do. Because, seriously, no one, and I mean no one, gave a damn about the last giveaway that I did. So, yeah. Please. Anyways. Alright, well, let's see here. Well, we may end the stream here in a few minutes. I'll give it about 5 minutes. In about 5 minutes we'll end this thing. So I'm going to remove your comments because that's not something I need shown to everybody. So I will give you a shout out because you did comment, and I know your name is Sarah Chang. So just you definitely got yourself a comment. You definitely got your one comment in there, but I'm not going to let everybody see that because this is not a giveaway. This is definitely not a giveaway. So, anyways, yep. See you later, Spidey Edits. I apologize, but see you later. So, I'm gonna keep this going for another few minutes, but anyways, no, this is definitely a figure that I've been wanting for a good minute, and the fact that it finally showed up in Walmart to a point where I was able to pick it up, I can't say that was a bad gig. So these little dust mites are driving me insane. I have literally I cleaned off this table many a time. And these stinking dust mites just keep showing up. But anyways, you guys may or may not be able to see them on camera, but they're these tiny little insects that are like, they just walk on camera, and it drives me nuts because they get in the shots and they crawl over my figures, and I don't want bugs on my figures. Drives me nuts. So, but anyways, we are going to end the stream here in just a moment as soon as we hit that 39. Yo, what's up, Lemon Lime Studios? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? It's been a minute. You on summer vacation yet? I hope you are. So anyways, yeah. Anyways, did you see what I picked? Did you see this? This is the cool part about this Shockwave. Hold on here. Yes, I am technically. I'm in summer school, so I can get credit for high school. Hey. Don't hate yourself on that one here. I'm going to school at the end of this month, man. Because, I want to go to school and get some college credits behind me. However, that's pretty cool that you're going in for high school credit. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Congratulations on that, man. What kind of class are you taking? I'm just curious. I'm personally going into an automotive tech trade, but that's what I'm doing. So, but no, this is exactly what I paid for this Shockwave. The guy didn't even get to take it off of his cart. So, wow. So, But yeah. Oh, good, man. You went fishing. That's awesome. That's awesome you went fishing, dude. I wish I could have gone fishing today. I'm not even going to lie. I really wish I could have gone fishing today. Cast your line out, quiet pond. Nobody to sit there and bother you. Sit there, have a nice cold beer if you feel like it. Or if you're in Utah, have a nice ice cold soda. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's see here. We might go for another few minutes or so. I might do that. Let's go for another few minutes. Well, we'll end this stream at the 44-minute mark, and we will do the outro. And I will let everybody know that we are commenting on, like everybody who wants to get their comments in, get them in now. Because if you get your comments in, I will shout you out at the end. Lemon Lime Studios knows this. He knows this. He knows this for a fact. So please be aware of that. So. Not to mention some of the other viewers like Kit and Cat 999 and Zaga the Animator. They know that I definitely shout everybody out at the end of the video. So they know. Might. So yeah. Yes, I do. I do, and I do it exactly. So if y'all want to, y'all definitely get your comments in. Get them in and get them in while you can. So, yeah. Oh, that being said, Lemon Lime, are you a Pokemon fan by any chance? Oh. So, I mean, I'm only asking because I have this, and I have no idea what they go for, and I have no idea what else to do with it but sell it. So, yeah. Kind of most of my collection is from my neighbor, and he gave it to me, and that's what I got, and that's what got me into it. Hey, that's pretty cool. I used to be, but not anymore. Do you guys know anything about these by any chance? Because this is a legitimate copy of Pokemon 3, but it was before the movie was actually released. So I don't know. It was June of 01 is when this was made. So I don't know what these go for or what they're supposed to be for, but I mean, if somebody could leave me some information on it a little bit more in the comments, I would very much be appreciative of that. So, but yeah, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that. There, Lemon Lime. So, yeah. I mean, I know there's only a handful of them that have actually popped up in recent days, but I do also happen to know $70. That's all right. All right. Well, I paid 75 cents for it, so I mean, just the movie alone doesn't go for that, but I mean, a screening tape perhaps maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I may have to. I'm selling it for sure. But yep, it's quite the cool thing. So, anyways, we are going to end this here, and we are going to do our outro, and we are going to start at the top here. So, also, please, along with, don't forget to subscribe to myself. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, as you definitely can check out all the other unboxing chills that we've done thus far throughout the years, or throughout the last couple of years and or couple of months. So thank you to Zaga the Animator. Thank you to Claudel Diaz. Thank you to Spidey Edits. Thank you to Corey Tucker. And thank you once again to Lemon Lime Studios. So This is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to subscribe to all those lovely people who just commented in the comment section down below. And please do not forget to once again hit a like on this video, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button, as we do all sorts of weirdness all the time. And don't be stingy. If you do hit that subscribe button, be on the lookout for the review for this guy. I mean, seriously. Can't say anything about that. Anything bad about that, so... Anyways, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, oh, wait, hold on here. Wait, Thomas, did you see the last message? Oh, wait, hold on. With me, I'm a fan of Ninja Turtles, and I recently got an original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1 VHS, and I wanted to sell it. I could easily get 50. I did not see that. However, thank you for telling me to point that out. But that's an original TMNT 1. I have Pokemon 3, and it's a promo VHS. So, I don't know that the two of them are really in the same ballpark, but I definitely would like to see what's going on with it, so. But anyways, I appreciate that, Corey Tucker, for that last message. Anyways, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to subscribe for more content, and do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Have a good rest of your night. Goodbye.